We got really close to the border and wanted to camp so we weren't crossing at night, and found a little restaurant where we ate dinner, and they were super nice and let us camp there. And in the morning we headed to the gas station to fill up all of our gas, because gas in Ecuador is $1.48 per gallon, and it's like well over $5 in Peru. So we filled up my spare 3-gallon gas tank and headed for the border.
And everyone's doing that. There's a huge line.
Yeah, they all have the same idea. Fortunately, we got there first.
We were extremely happy to make it into Peru without any kickstarting or bump starting. Felt really good to have magic button starting bikes again.
Yeah. When we got to the customs office, they had the tiniest little window with which you're supposed to slide your documents like into the official guy, and it's fucking ridiculous.
And the guy was like flirting with me. Apparently my like left eye is very attractive.
Once we were officially cleared to be in Peru, we rode down the coast for a couple hours and stopped at the little surf town called Mancora to meet up with Hippie Van Man. On the way there, we saw a ton of death all over the coast. Just dead sea lions, dead birds. Not looking good for this ocean.
It just reeks of death. Also a ton of dead dogs and a lot of
piss.
Suicidal dogs running in the road. I think I almost hit 3 dogs on the way to Mancora.
They want to die. As soon as we got into town, we wanted to talk to some artesanos because they always know where the cheapest place to camp is. Oh my god. There is good beer in Peru, finally.
La mejor cerveza hasta acá. Después, obviamente, va a haber otra mejor. La Guzman.
Good beer! We've encountered it. Took us all the way to Peru. It's delicious. I'm gonna get very drunk here.
Yeah, most of the beer all the way down Central America is lagers.
It's piss. Straight up piss.
Most of the beach in Mancora is extremely tiny because while the beach is free and open to the public, the definition of beach is rather open, and everyone tries to push their property boundary as close as they can to the water, leaving a tiny strip for people to enjoy.
Yeah, the water is gonna reclaim its land anyway.
The waves are really beautiful at Mancora. It's a very popular surf spot, and there's a ton of people in the water, despite the fact there are dead fish and birds and animals everywhere in it. Everywhere. It's not exactly a place you go for nature.
Mancora also has amazing architecture.
I actually do think it's amazing that people are building things with the earth.
Yeah, I mean that both literally and sarcastically. Sustainable, not overly structurally sound, but I would totally live in it.
They're also trying to modernize a little by installing some handicap ramps. It's the thought that counts.
Yeah. If you're handicapped, you're totally fucked if you live in Mancora. We met up with Hippie Van Man, Aaron again, and went to a place called Papa Mo's Milk Bar. It's pretty chill.
Papa Mo's Milk Bar / Green Eggs and Ham.
So yeah.
It might be the greatest name of any restaurant ever.
We camped in the same spot and made breakfast together, and it was great.
And I washed the dishes with sand, because I've read that that's a thing people do in the Sahara, and the water wasn't running at the camp spot, because it's like $1 a day.
Yeah, sand's abrasive, and hey, we were reading Dune, so
it worked great, actually.
Arrakis.
I support washing dishes with sand.
One day we were hanging out at a cafe and saw another parade go by. They had a parade or procession with some sort of saint, like every single day we were there. They're like really into religion.
Not just in Mancora, but in apparently all of Peru.
Yeah.
Every day there's a parade in every town. There's a long line of dance clubs along the beach that are all blaring terrible music in competition with one another, and never anyone dancing.
Yeah, they're completely empty.
Like just really racking on it all.
We report the news, and this is the fucking news.